What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good evening so far. I mean, I don't know, it's pretty late already, but yeah, I did say that I might stream late Saturday night, and here we are. So we're gonna start with Genshin Impact, and then switch over to Chaos Head later. Once we get the 4 encounter points for the day. I don't know, I actually kind of wish it took longer to get 4 encounter points. I don't know, you can get 4 encounter points like pretty quick. And then it's like, yeah, anyway. Oops. I didn't mean to do that, fuck. Okay. Oh, did... okay, I just get this weapon now. Alright, well, there we go. I didn't claim it last time I played this. So, yeah. Alright, we got the new weapon. Alright, I think we will start with the... we'll start with the Chiori story quest tonight. If Zane happens to show up, we might switch to the Lynette hangout event, but for now we'll do the Chiori. Okay, please stop doing that. I think it's... whoa. Okay. I don't know what it is, but it's like around this area, it's like really laggy. I don't know what it is with this area that like it's just a lot for the well, it probably ain't the GPU, it's probably the CPU that's getting bottlenecked. But anyway.
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit from my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here to model.
Oh yeah,
Indeed.
they did say
Give me a
that.
moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the meantime?
Set them up? How exactly?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
Are you sure you want to do that?
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Okay, so we got men formal attire, women formal attire. Okay, yeah, this is easy. Yeah, this is obviously kimono. Yeah, men here. Yeah, easy.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Well, you're gonna have to order special for Paimon. I can't imagine. Well, I mean, I guess basically you're just gonna be giving Paimon kid-size clothing.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed? It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling her order.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Hey, what's up,
Miss
cat?
Chiori in?
I am.
How are you?
How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh, could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short, or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
Oh, no need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
God damn, that scared the shit out of me. What the hell?
Another one?
That was weird, cause like at the same time that weird knocking noise came, it almost felt like there was like a vibration running through my foot. It was so weird.
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
Weiss.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals.
Uh-oh. I think I know what this is. It's that whatever that guy's name is, that's like that's like her opponent or whatever, and he's like trying to like sway all these people into thinking that her shop is like crap, basically. So he must have like come up with something really smarmy. Chiori is ugly? I don't think she's ugly, but I mean, she's not as good looking as a lot of the other girls either, so.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
Wait, spare yourself from that flood of you? What? I don't know what that means. Oh. Guess my controller died. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, we're good now.
You...
Elof!
Oh, wait, she's talking about the prophecy in Fontaine. That's what she's talking about.
Miss
Yeah.
Chiori? Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
You finished Sumeru? You mean like you got through all like this quests and stuff?
Alright. And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
These rumors.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
Okay, yeah, you finished the main quest. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah. That's cool. So, have you traveled to Fontaine yet?
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work? Go on. What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
Not yet. Okay. Well, you're coming up on possibly the best Archon quest in the entire history of the game, which is the one that goes through Furina's whole arc as the Archon, well, the Hydro Archon.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Aloth, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
We'll go with you.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.
Am I sure? You mean S-U-R-E, sure? Am I sure it's the best one? I mean, I can't really think of one that's as good. Mm. Okay. So I gotta go over here. What about Inazuma? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really care that much for the Raiden Shogun quests. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. I thought it was
By the
too...
way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
I just didn't think it made a whole lot of sense, to be honest.
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
You want me to do a poll? Who would I pull for?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
I mean, I don't have really any strong desire to pull for Chiori. And who's the other banner character? I can't even remember.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days I never even read the others.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of the rumors.
So what? Like, you want me to just do, like, one single wish?
Every house? That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Oh, that shit. Yeah, but wait, how do you go from that to... She does business with criminals or whatever that guy said? Like...
Uter again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
I mean, whatever. I'll do one, I guess. Or, shit, you know what? Can I just do, like... Well... Yeah, I might do... Would it be okay if I did one, like, on the standard banner? That... Oh, shit. Gee. Bro, this is such horseshit, dude.
Behind the scenes, the true Chiori boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house, but a house of lies. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chiori brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty.
Bro.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
But Uter harassed Chiori first.
Yeah, he was the one who started it, that little...
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon. But it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past
Okay,
is
well, we're
like
still
a
in
piece
the middle of a
clothing stained
cutscene,
with
so...
mud. Once tainted, it can never be washed clean. They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two, especially when they've found several people to back up their claims.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
If I were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this, but my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
I understand.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year. You just need to wait for all of this to blow over.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choices.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is, best of luck. As for the models, none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
Understood. Take care.
So, what should we do now?
Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
Ugh, how could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room. I should have seen it from the beginning. Uter knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory.
Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be. She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She was just here. Maybe she went over there? Let's go check.
What's up, Ox? How you doing? Cat wants me to do wishes. Okay, well, I don't have any, imaginary movie. Is the name of the movie imaginary, or is or is the movie itself imaginary? Because if that's the name of it, I've never heard of it. Oh yeah, Ito. Yeah. Kat, is it okay if I just do the wish on Ito's banner instead? I'd rather get Ito, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, let me see here. What's that movie even about? Look it up on Rotten Tomatoes. What the hell? Wow, this website sucks. Okay. Imaginary. Oh, there it is. It's about a... Oh. Bro. It's a horror movie about a fucking teddy bear. Like, what did you expect, dude? It's 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, okay, apparently it's from the people who did Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay. Okay. Alright, we'll do a single wish on Ito's banner. Hey, we got a 4-star weapon. Well, there we go. That's all I'm doing.
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
Fuck you! I kill you.
They kept a up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Fuck are you? Don't waste your wishes if they ain't on the.
Oh no, we've lost her.
Well, hey, come on, it's not like I only wish for women. I mean, how do I have Zhongli, I have Al Hatham, I have Nuvalette.
Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
This is all Utear's fault. Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could. Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she can, finish what she started?
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
Alright. See you later, Cat. Thanks for stopping by.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
I don't know, man. I think there's a decent chance anger got the best of her.
Oh, who's this?
Ah, this is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning that dress too.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
You know? Yeah, I mean, I get it. You have that thing that lets you see a bunch of movies or whatever.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and we put down a custom order for a dress.
Nah, dude. Trust me, I know a lot of people that like watching shitty movies. I mean, there's definitely a lot of YouTubers that do that shit, like Moist Critical. They'll just watch movies because they know they suck.
He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something happened, and I told her everything. She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well. She promised that I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on. My fiancé happened to walk into the room and when he saw me, he froze on the spot.
Spoilers.
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Oh. Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
Yeah,
Alright,
now
sounds
we've
good.
seen
Let's go.
those dogs before. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these dogs over here. Yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah, this dog does this weird stretch. Yeah. No. Oh. Okay, hold on a sec. We haven't gotten any freaking... Oh, okay, we got 2/3 of an encounter point so far.
I hear the voice.
Alrighty. Right.
There you are, Chiori!
Huh? How did you know where I... Alof told you, didn't she?
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning.
It's pretty high up.
Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
Alright, don't mind if we do.
Really?
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, When it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Bro, what's with the prolonged still images here?
Sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago. You could say I really tried their patience.
I mean, it's kind of awkward.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call. Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even to do grunt work.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
Well, I know someone who absolutely adored your designs.
Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her either. I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
Sounds good. We'll come with. As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma and the vow I made in front of those masters. Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back. The sea.
What did you just say, Chiori?
The sea. Seashells, coral. I've got it.
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
Chiori! Wait, hold up!
Okay.
Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitwal? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Ah, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us. Enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area. Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
They're just talking underwater like it's normal.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back. Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it, if I skip out on sleep.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Sounds pretty similar to one we've had with Ganyu before.
Ganyu? Who's that?
A friend of ours who does way too much overtime.
Only the most beautiful woman in Leeway. Nah, not really.
Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it! Wait, what did you just say?
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. I used the larger pieces for the base fabric, and the smaller pieces for accessories. If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits!
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then... Here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course, if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
Yeah.
Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
Huh. Damn, those are some resilient clothes, man. You have to strike him several times with the sword. Right.
Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop? Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop. Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, 'cause you see,
Boss, please go easy on us.
Huh?
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now. Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend like I didn't say anything.
What was the thing that one like commentator on some like esports thing said? It was like he just said like 3 words and it became like a meme. I'm trying to remember. Wrecked was one of them, but I can't remember what the other 2 were. Trying to see if I can find that shit. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. What? Oh no, it was brutal, savage, wrecked. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away with it.
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tailored here.
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask you in the first place, silly. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
Navia's hot, but hell no. Why hell no, dude? She's best girl.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show.
Bro, you're just talking out of your ass now, dude. Tater, give me a
When are you
fucking
going to
break.
get started? I can help with sewing too.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique? Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Not this again.
Oh no. Are you telling me the hangout event is going to conflict with the story quest? Please don't tell me they made it so the two would conflict with each other. Dude. How do you... Bro. How is it you make the two quests slash events, whatever, that begin a major update? How do you make it so that they can conflict with each other? Like, you can't be fucking serious, bro. This is just so dumb. Okay, well, sorry, Zane, you're gonna have to miss part of the Lynette story quest now, because apparently I gotta fucking do that before I can make any progress in this shit, so... Alright. Oh, well, I guess we might as well just do this, huh? Oh, shit, I almost fell right off that damn thing.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Jillian brought me up to speed on the situation. I'm here to help however I can. Here, this is the script you're after.
Okay. So, now that we've completely switched over to the Lynette, hangout event all of a sudden, I guess I should kind of briefly explain what's going on here. So Lynette is the lead actress in some new play or whatever, and she found out that there's like an original script that was possibly gonna go that was possibly gonna be used with the intention of having Jillian be the lead actress, but then yeah, I know you were here for it, but I'm kind of doing this just for my own sake, just so it's kind of retrieving it from my memory banks. And Yeah, then like at some point they decided they were going to change the script or whatever, and then they gave the role to Lynette instead. And now, because Lynette is being threatened, she's trying to investigate what the deal is with this original script. So I think that's pretty good, concise summation of what's happened so far. It's very rough. Looks like he was constantly editing it.
That's always the way with pen and paper drafts. Even the final script is full of last-minute changes by the director.
Well, that doesn't sound very reassuring.
There should be a cleaner copy of the original script in here somewhere. Sorry, it's all a bit mixed up. I just grabbed the whole stack of paper since I was in a rush.
No problem. Now activating search mode. I'll go through one page at a time.
You know, I have to admit there is something rather cute about Lynette. Adequate preparation and probably your current oh fuck, I gotta draw off. She's vicious? Who, Lynette? Well, that was fucking... More recent years, many reports praising Mario as a forward-thinking director, one of the greats of his era. See the difference between the current version of the Lost Puppet and the... Okay, well, 12. This will be a little easier. Okay, barely got it. Act 4 seems to be a solo performance by the protagonist, and the set is just some decrepit ruins. There's a note saying this will focus the audience's attention on the solo performer. The official script for The Lost Puppet details how the dancing puppet protagonist is rejected by humanity and then begins searching for the meaning of life. We got another 12. Oh, we got that one easily. Okay. In Act 4, the protagonist loses the ability to dance due to wear and tear in her circuitry. There's a note saying some cursory movements to get the point across will suffice. The audience's focus will be on the fancy set and the extras. The scripts seem to be Mario's older works. Some photographs of the live performances are attached. 15, but... Bro, we drew a 2 and a 1. Are you fucking serious right now? The photos from recent years show fancy venues and polished sets, but the earlier photos show much humbler venues. I don't see anything else noteworthy. Mario's original script is littered with amendments. It's practically illegible. reason it's so hard to read is that it's been edited with correction fluid multiple times. I'd estimate that each line was rewritten at least 3 times. Looks like Maryu wasn't happy with his edits.
The protagonist returns to the ruins where she began and performs a dance in honor of her deceased companions. She dances until her joints have rusted stiff and mechanical parts are falling from her body. Yep, that's not something a novice could hope to pull off after just a few months of rehearsals.
The basic plot is the same. She loses the ability to dance due to wear and tear in her circuitry, but there's much more emotion behind the scene. The memory of her former companions coming to peace with her life. The simple set and solo performance means a lead actress that has to carry the whole scene herself. It's a much more demanding role than in the final script.
Frankly, I think that the original script is much better, and the original lead is the best fit. Jillian, shall I go tell Maryu to put you back in the leading role?
Huh?
What? Are you serious? But the next show is at the Opera Epiclese. It's such a huge opportunity.
But not such a rare one for me, though, right?
That's different. This isn't you as part of a magic duo. It's a chance to star as the main character in a show. You'll reach whole new heights of fame.
Fame in small doses has its perks, but too much and I'll get overloaded. But if you play the lead, the fame will be yours, and I get to be free. Sounds like a win-win, don't you think?
It'll never work. There's no way Director Maryu or Maloney would ever agree to it. The set for Act 4 would need to change, as would all the marketing materials. And that would mean asking Maloney for a lot more Mora. Changing actors at the last minute is just too risky. If anything went wrong, it could bankrupt the whole troupe. Plus, Maloney's friends have already published a ton of articles saying how this is the role that Lynette was born to play. No one else can play the protagonist now. If Lynette quit the show and I took her place...
It would destroy the reputations of Maloney's friends.
If Lynette left, they'd sooner stop the whole show than let me take her place.
Stop the whole show? But all the people in the troupe, months and months of everyone's hard work would all be for nothing.
Convincing him to replace the lead actress won't be easy. Maryu will never back down while he's got Maloney breathing down his neck. It's no good. Maryu will never consent to it.
Consent, huh? Then, how about we don't ask him?
Huh? Wait, surely you don't mean...
And that way, he'll be forced to make a choice.
You know, it's a little crazy, but it might actually work.
No way! It's not worth taking such a huge risk just for a chance to be in the spotlight.
Jillian, you said before, whatever disappointment I had left, I wasn't about to take out on you.
Why is she so black-pilled? What do you mean?
In other words, that disappointment is still there, but you've kept it bottled up inside. Be honest. You still hope to play the leading role, don't you?
But the thought of putting so many people out just for my sake?
You think they'd be put out? That's not how I see it.
Jillian, you were more dedicated than anyone during the rehearsals for the original script. We all saw how hard you worked for this role. And I think you know that unless we decide to make a stand here, the path we're on is only going to take us further and further from our dreams, all of us. So take it from me, you would not be putting us out. Not one bit.
Whether the plan succeeds...
You guys... Okay. Let's do it. I will play my part.
Yes! I knew you'd come around. All right, I'll let the rest of the troop know, and we'll start preparing immediately.
Wonderful. This solves everything.
Wait, but what about the threat letter? Do you have any idea who sent it?
As long as we stick to the plan, I'll give up the lead role, so it won't matter anymore, right?
But surely you want to know who it's from. If they're out there and no one's keeping an eye on them, what if they come looking for you?
I doubt they will. It's supposed to be a threat, but they didn't even say what would happen if I don't meet their demands. Plus, the handwriting is kinda childish. Doesn't look like a professional intimidator to me. Who knows? Maybe it was just a fan of yours having a moment.
A fan? Of me?
Maybe there's someone out there who really appreciates your talent, even in the supporting roles.
Could the letter be from one of Jillian's fans? Oh, we drew the highest one. Jillian's sister mentioned that Furina spoke highly of Lynette. Oh, whoops.
It's getting
I
late.
still had fucking
We should be
autoplay on.
leaving.
Huh? So suddenly?
Come on.
You notice the faint sound of sobbing in the corner as you're leaving the tavern.
I'm such an idiot.
Sorry for manhandling you. You looked like you were seconds away from figuring out who sent the letter, so I had to act fast.
Damn. I guess Lynette really manhandled us, huh? Was it Jillian's sister?
Nothing gets past you.
Just because Lady Furina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child. That's why I never let her visit me at work.
Furina hasn't released her official review of The Lost Puppet yet, which means Gina disobeyed her sister and secretly came to watch her at work.
I guess she must have snuck into the drinks reception and overheard our conversation with Furina. She idolizes Jillian, both as an older sister and an actress. And she watched as the dream role Jillian had been waiting to play for so long got snatched away from her by some amateur who's never acted before. To make matters worse, all the critics were hailing this amateur as a perfect fit for the role, and even Fontaine's former biggest star was praising her abilities.
She wrote that letter in a fit of anger.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Aren't you gonna confront her about it?
Like I said, getting angry at angsty teenagers is draining. Besides, if it was my younger brother or sister and they found out I'd been treated unfairly or had an opportunity stolen from me, they'd definitely do something far worse.
I can imagine.
I was in Jillian's position once. Back when Linny and I were starting out, before we got famous, we just had to take things a day at a time. Doing our shows, slowly trying to build up our reputation. So I can understand Gina's frustration. Still, she could definitely use some pro tips on how to write a threat letter.
No wonder she's so hostile towards you.
No, the way she looks at me is indignant, frustrated, but not malicious. Plus, she didn't even try to hide how she felt. Whoever was giving me that evil stare was backstage. Blending into the crowd at a drinks reception is one thing, but trying to blend in backstage, where everyone's on high alert waiting to be called on stage, would be a lot more difficult. We'll find out who it is before too long. In 2 days' time, at the next show, I think it will become very clear. On that note, guess I'll see you at the Opera House. Bye for now.
Okay, so can I go back to the, bro. Still? We still can't do this shit? Okay. Wait, so we have to wait until 16 o'clock 2 days later. Oh, there's a new web event? Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's 2 days, so we gotta do another.
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly.
Bro. How is this even possible? I've been sitting here doing this shit for an hour and a half now, and all I got to show for it is 2/3 of an encounter point, which I got in the first like 20 minutes. So I think it's been like over an hour where we haven't made any progress on this. What the fuck?
If
you want to outrun the law, you know how it works.
Oh, well, this is free now. Okay, Zane, if you are amongst the viewers right now and you want to see, and you want to continue the Lynette story quest, speak now or forever hold your peace, because I'm going to go back to the Chiori story quest if you don't say anything, or if you're not here. Wait, you're saying this video had 3 likes and it went down to 1 like?
Wait. Huh? No.
Wait, it's fucking over here. Bro, how did we lose 2 likes? Who liked our stream and then took it away?
Lynette! Great, you're both here!
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori.
Okay, so don't... This is super confusing the way I'm doing this right now because I'm switching back and forth between the Chiori story quest and the Lynette hangout event. But just so everybody is clear here, even though we're talking to Lynette right now, this is no longer the Lynette hangout event. This is actually the Chiori story quest now.
She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Okay, so it's like this.
2 likes.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece
Bruh.
of cake for the 2 of us.
I'm
Oh,
glad to hear
okay.
it.
Well, that still means one person took
Well
their
then,
like away.
It's about time we go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Utera's been doing, right? Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Utera fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like,
A 2-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second?
yeah, something like that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
All right, we're counting on you. Okay, then let's also do as Chiori said and meet up with her at Utera's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then. Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
Wow. Then there we go. We got all our encounter points now. We were this close to getting all the encounter points done like half an hour ago, but no. They were like, your fucking hangout event is gonna interfere with this shit. So we spent another fucking half an hour doing that just so we could clear the way for this. Oh, Zane, there you are, and you're just a little too late because I just got all the encounter points. Don't worry though, we'll do some chaos head.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples. Wait. Huh?
And what stream were you watching instead of me? Was it it wasn't the Hollow Fest, was it? I know today's the second day of Hollow Fest, right?
Worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu
Because if it was Hollow Fest and
Thank you for completing.
paid some major bucks for that shit. Oh, would you look at that? Baiju is now level 10 friendship.
I created a
Pixel Link? Bro, what is Pixel Link? I have never heard of Pixel Link. Good. We get to claim another key. Okay. Alright.
Add Astro.
Let's do our dispatches, and then we'll go to Chaos Head. A new VTuber company. I hope they're more like Hololive and less like Niji Sanji. Okay, so now that Baiju is level 10, there's really no point in keeping this party, so... should I use this party? I guess. I don't know. Is, what's my friendship level with Kazuha? 6? Okay. Yeah, we can work on Kazuha, I guess. Remember the Rushias of the world? What about them? Should be decently charged up. Okay, I guess I'll go grab some water real quick, and then we'll come back with some Chaos Head. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Chaos Head. Yeah. Okay. Hollow wronged Rushia and Coke? No, they didn't, bro. Rushia is insane, bro. Like, she did that shit to herself, most likely. And then Coco, she left on good terms, so Hollow didn't wrong her either. Now, you know who wronged Coco? The fucking Chinese fans. They're the ones that wronged Coco. Wait. I'm not misremembering that, am I? I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I'll double check real quick here. I mean, yeah. I don't know what I forget what their official website is. I guess it'd be this, right? Yeah, look here, I'll show you real quick. Look at this. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, look right here. On Hololive's official website, go to Illume. Coco is right there. That means that she left on good terms with Hololive. She wouldn't be here if she didn't leave on good terms. Now you will definitely see that Rushia, on the other hand, is not on here. That's because Rushia got axed majorly. So yeah, I thought I was remembering that correctly, but I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like. So anyway, so let me recap what's been going on here. Yua like left Takumi like alone, and he was still tied up, so he couldn't like leave his place or anything, and Yua just like left him there all tied up and shit for like over half a day, I think. And then she came back and just started acting even more insane. And but then we had a weird deal where when Yua was showing Takumi the diary of her sister, Takumi pointed out that the name written on the diary was Yua's diary. And then we got into some flashbacks that revealed that when Yua's sister Mia was going to meet up with those 4 online friends, she got cold feet at the last second and then asked Yua to just go to the meetup for her and pretend to be Mia. And so it's looking like Yua was the one who actually died in the group dive, and then the person that thinks she is Yua right now is actually Mia. And that's where we left off, so we will go from there. I woke up with a splitting headache. The bed had... Oh, wait. Dude, why is it I always forget about the thing that happened like right at the end right before I end the stream? It seems to be the part I forget every time. Okay, so apparently, yeah, I forgot that After Yua came back, the big earthquake happened, and yeah. Yeah, and then I think we ended the stream like right after the earthquake. So the bed had fallen on top of me, I realized. I wasn't just feeling the pain from the headache, but the weight of the bed pressing into my back. I couldn't move my head, so I moved my eyes to look around the room. Yua was slumped up against the wall. She'd been half naked before the quake. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that part either. Yeah, you actually kind of showed Takumi her titties. Not really though, because she was like covering them with her arm, but yeah. But now she'd put her clothes on from the look of it. It was strange to see her without her glasses. Her glasses had fallen at my feet. The lenses had broken.
助けて。紐、ほどいてよ。
I called out to her, trying to fight the pain in my head. She looked at me with empty eyes.
思い出したの。
I didn't really care what she'd remembered, though. Just untie me. I can't move with this thing on top of me.
思い出したのよ。
She slowly stood up. She wasn't wearing her glasses, but even in the darkness, she could see clearly enough to untie the knots holding me. Finally free, I managed to crawl out from under the bed. But that was all I could do. Just like the last earthquake, this one had left me with a splitting headache. It hurt too much to even stand. I was forced to crawl on the ground in pain.
ゆあちゃんだったのよ。
She was whispering something to herself again.
集団ダイブで死んだのは、ミアじゃない。ゆあちゃんだった。
ゆあ、何を。
私は、ゆあじゃない。
She laughed.
私は、ミアよ。自分を、ゆあちゃんだって思い込んでただけ。あの日、私たちは入れ替わったの。それでゆあちゃんは死んだ。本当は、私が死ぬはずだったのに。
Suddenly, the expression disappeared from her face. Her eyes were still empty. She offered me a hand.
西条くん、もう、将軍のことなんて、どうでもよくなっちゃった。
Wait, what? I mean, even if she is Mia, it's still true that her sister died in the group dive. So isn't she still gonna be like pissed off at the new gen killer?
結局、ゆあちゃんは私が死なせたようなものだから。
But no, you didn't. What the fuck? The new gen killer killed her. Not you, bro.
ねえ、一緒に来てほしい。
どこへ。
ゆあちゃんが死んだ場所。 一緒に来てくれるだけでいい。お願い。
And then I understood. No, Mia was planning to die. I wasn't sure if I should try to stop her, but I realized nothing I said would make a difference. So I took her hand, and with her help, tried to stand up. There was a stabbing pain in my head. It felt like my vision was turning red. I could feel the sound of the blood pumping through my head. Ka-thud, ka-thud. It hurt too much to move.
歩ける？
Mia wrapped her arms around me to support me.
歩いてくれないと困るわ。一緒に来てほしいの。私を助けると思って。お願い。
With her help, I managed to head towards Shibuya Station. Shibuya was now a city of death. There were bodies everywhere. Some were covered in blood. Some had severed limbs. Some had crushed heads. It was a scene out of a nightmare. There was nothing remaining of the brightly lit city I knew, only death and ash and despair. There were huge cracks in the asphalt roads, and the streets could have caved in at any time. Huge chunks of concrete had fallen off the buildings and were blocking the roads, making it impossible to travel in a straight line. But Mia and I kept walking, oblivious to the cries for help around us. We went toward the huge figure of Cornelius Tower in the distance. The tower was mostly undamaged. Parts of the exterior were crumbling, but it had survived the earthquake and was still standing straight. As near as I could tell from the outside, all the lights were off. Maybe everybody had already evacuated and it was empty. As expected, there was no one in the lobby and no electricity. The elevators weren't working. We were forced to use the emergency stairs instead. Cornelius Tower had 41 stories. It was 184 meters tall. I'd learned those 2 bits of trivia while researching the group dive case online. It was crazy to try and climb up all those stairs, especially since I could barely walk with this headache. But with Yua's help, I managed to start climbing the stairs, one at a time, as the sweat poured down my body.
お父さんとお母さんは、私が自分のことをユアちゃんだって言い出して、気を使ってくれたんだと思う。
Huh. So maybe that's why her parents started acting like... Yeah, that's why they started to act like well... But wait, hold on. That's kind of weird. Well, that brings up an interesting question. Did Mia start to think she was Yua because her parents were acting like Mia never existed? Or is it the other way around? Did her parents act like Mia never existed because they were afraid of what Mia would go through if they didn't?
私をユアとして扱ってミアが死んだことにしたのかも。
Mia was talking to herself. I just listened. No, maybe I didn't even need to listen. It felt like she wasn't talking so that I could hear her.
昔からそうだった。私は生意気な娘だったから。両親はいつも私を腫れ物にでも触るかのように扱ったわ。ミアを死んだことにするなんてね。親はユアちゃんよりミアに死んでほしかったのかもしれない。それも全部私のせいだけど。自分がユアちゃんだと思い込んだ私のせいよ。
Okay. That statement makes it sound like she convinced herself she was Yua first, and then her parents started acting like Mia never existed in response to that.
ユアちゃんが死んだみたいに私も死ねばいいのよ。
ユアはどんな人だったの？
憧れだった。羨ましかった。たまにイラついたりしたけど嫌いじゃなかった。むしろ大好きだった。ユアちゃんのこと大好きだった。私のことを分かってくれるたった一人のかけがえのない人だったもの。ユアちゃんが笑顔でいてくれれば私はどんなに辛いことがあっても嬉しかった。いつも私のことを心配してくれたわ。心配させてるのが申し訳なくて私はつい冷たく接してた。それなのにいつも優しくて。ユアちゃん
She wept silently as she walked up the stairs. Were they tears of regret? Of sorrow? Of guilt? I couldn't tell. Ooh. Well, I don't think we're gonna get the answer to that question, Ox. The wind up on the heliport was strong. Oh, I'm sorry. The wind up on the heliport was stronger than I thought. You had a 360-degree view of the Shibuya night sky up here, but there was no beauty to be seen, only darkness. I could just barely make out Tokyo Tower and Roppongi Bills in the distance. Below us, the city of Shibuya was dead silent. There was almost no light. The darkness hid the shattered remains of the city. If it was daytime, I might have been astonished at the sight below me.
西条くん、もしよかったら。
Mia let go of me. I collapsed right to the ground.
一緒に飛んでくれない？
Bro, what has fucking gotten into this girl? Now she's asking him to kill himself? What the fuck is wrong with her? She was staring out into the distance. Her hair was blowing in the wind and hiding her expression. I couldn't see the look on her face. I'd known that she'd come here to jump. She was going to follow after her sister. I knew exactly what my answer was.
やだね。僕は死にたくない。なんで僕を監禁した女と心中しなくちゃいけないんだ。
Wow, for once, Takumi is like totally in the right here, and his response is totally justified.
そう言うと思った。
She started to walk towards the edge of the heliport, staggering occasionally in the strong wind.
そうそう。西条くんと予約しに行ったセイラちゃんのフィギュア。
She suddenly stopped and turned around.
ちゃんと買ったのよ。とても可愛くてセクシーだね。すっかり気に入っちゃって、私の部屋の机の上に飾ってあるの。
Mia, are you into that kind of stuff too? Her smile was frail. Why was she telling me this now?
そんなこと言っても、僕は君に同情しない。
同情なんて求めてないわ。それじゃ、さよなら、西条くん。私を殺した人。
Okay, fuck this girl, dude. What the fuck?
私も、ゆあちゃんのところに行くね。
Everything Nishijo said made perfect sense. It was strange, but what I felt was loneliness, a sad ache in the bottom of my heart. In the end, I was never able to prove for myself that he was Shogun. Maybe he was right, and I was wrong. Wait, what? I'm confused. What is he talking about? Either way, there was no point in hating him anymore. If I hadn't asked Yua to take my... Oh, okay, this is from Mia's perspective. Okay, now it makes sense. If I hadn't asked Yua to take my place at the meetup, she wouldn't have died. She shouldn't have been the one to die. She was smart, pretty, she had lots of friends, and her parents loved her. But she died. Yua Kusunoki had died. And at the same time, Mia Kusunoki had disappeared. She'd become like a ghost. That was the choice I'd made. I didn't know if I was alive or dead anymore. Yua was gone too. I'd be better off dead. I stood on the edge of the heliport. This was where Yua and the other four had leapt to their deaths. I looked down and suddenly felt dizzy. There was barely any light below me, but still, I could feel just how high up I was. How had Yua felt when she jumped from this height? Was she scared? I'm sorry for making you scared. I'm going to be with you now. I'm going to suffer the same pain that you suffered. The pain I was supposed to suffer. I took a deep breath. My heart was at peace. I wasn't afraid to die. I spread out my hands like wings. I closed my eyes. I stepped out into empty air. The ground beneath me vanished. I fell. The world turned upside down. There was nothing left to hold me back. I was falling, but it felt like my body was rising. I could hear the roar of the wind. The ground was getting closer. I could see the asphalt below me, where Yua had hit the ground, where she'd landed, where every bone in her body had shattered, where her organs had exploded, her blood and brain matter had scattered everywhere. I don't want to die. Just a few moments ago, I thought I wasn't scared of death at all, but now that I couldn't move, I felt terrified. I don't want to die. Yua had died, but I still wanted to live. My survival instincts took over completely. I screamed. The scream came up from the bottom of my heart. I reached out frantically to the rapidly receding night sky. I knew that nobody was going to grab it, but still, I reached out. I wished. I kept screaming. I don't want to die. But nobody heard my cry. Nobody was there to offer me a hand. The ground was right there. I could feel the sensation of every bone in my body shattering, but it quickly disappeared. I found myself back on the roof of Cornelius Tower once more. Nishijo was right in front of me. He wasn't looking at me, but he was offering me a hand. I jumped. I jumped and fell 180 meters, smashing my body against the ground. I stared at his hand, too stunned to even wipe away my tears.
気が済んだ。
His voice was cold.
君に死なれるのは困るんだ。まるで僕が突き落としたみたいじゃないか。僕は殺人犯扱いされたくないね。
私、落ちたのに、自分で飛び降りたのに。
妄想でも見てたんじゃない。
A delusion? I couldn't believe a delusion could have pain and sensations that felt so real.
ねえ、西条くん。ゆあちゃんは、あんな痛い思いをして死んだんだね。なのに、私、ゆあちゃんと 同じ痛みを味わおうとしたのに、私は死にたくないって思っちゃったの。本来死ぬのは私だったのに、死にたくないって。もう飛べない。あの痛みを知ってしまったら、もう怖くて飛べない。私、どうすればいいのか。
今ので君は一度死んだ。ユアの痛みを知ったなら、もうそれでいいじゃないか。これからはもう一度楠木宮として一から生きていけばいいと思う。ユアの分まで。
ありがとう。ありがとう。
I reached out and took his hand. It was so very, very warm. I could feel the warmth of his body through his skin. The warmth made me stop shivering. Roll credits. I mean, I felt like there was a legitimate chance this was actually going to end with her killing herself, but decent route. Definitely better than the route we don't talk about. Ugh. No, we can talk about the center route. No, I'm talking about the Nanami route. You prefer the Nanami route? Well, that's because you're weird, dude. Moon and Sun End. Alright, we got 5 out of the 9 endings. Oh man. Well guys, I'm pretty tired now, so I think we're gonna stop here for tonight. Oh, goodness. There's still I know. I think Zane wants this shit to end already. Nope, we still got 4 more routes we gotta do. Cause we've now done 3 of the character routes. So that means there's 3 more character routes left. And then I guess there's like 2 more just whatever routes. One of them I guess is the true ending. And then I don't know what the other one would be. But explanations felt cop-outy. I don't know. I mean, I felt like this one definitely had probably the most like potent twist to it. Just the fact that it was Yua who died instead of Mia. But I still haven't made it. I still haven't made up my mind who Best Girl is. It definitely isn't fucking Nanami though. No. Well, you know, I say that, but fuck, I don't know. Yeah, no, they didn't explain the parents' motivations like hardly at all. So yeah, they did leave that kind of unclear. Still, not dude. Who committed the new gen murder? We've known who's done the new gen murder since like the second route I did, like even before we got to the character routes. Like they told us who did that. Ugh. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, they didn't say specifically who's behind the group dive murder, but I mean, Nozomi basically explained that Suwa and Hazuki, and that her name, the nurse, basically committed all of them. So yeah, I mean, Suwa was, it's either, I guess, Suwa or Hazuki, or maybe both, were behind the group dive. All right, guys. Nope, no clips tonight. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I will stream again tomorrow night. Fuck. I am going to the board game convention again tomorrow, but since it's the final day, they don't go as late as the other days, so there shouldn't be any problem being able to stream tomorrow night. So yeah, we'll go back and go back to Genshin Impact again, and we'll do either the Chiori or quest or the Lynette hangout event. So, all right, guys. Man, I'm about to just crash. So, good night. I'm off to bed.